my channel is named Mantis Kingdom, so there has to be a video with praying mantises. You know what I mean? So here we're going to research praying mantises so you can learn about them. Okay, so we're going to start with Deep Look.
Oh yeah, we need these.
Deep Looks video.
This episode of Deep Look.
Curiosity Stream is not sponsored. Praying Mantis Love is way weirder than you think. Deep Look is sponsored this video. It has not sponsored my video. It sponsored this one, not mine. So I'll get that clear.
Some green and some brown. And check out those forelimbs. They're lined with sharp spikes. Almost like a couple extra sets of jaws to grab her prey. They've served her well. But summer is coming to an end here in California's Owens Valley. The one thing left for them to do is start the next generation. She sends out a chemical signal, an alluring cocktail of pheromones into the air. This guy picks up the message. He's way, way smaller than she is. Simply outclassed when it comes to strength and deadliness. He makes his move to pass on his genes for... that's one way to go. And he's not the only male to meet his end this way.
Do not give praying mantises a bad rap. They're amazing insects and they're really friendly towards humans.
So why would praying mantises do this? Eat their own kind at a rather intimate moment. Seems like they wouldn't last long as a species. Well, it takes a ton of energy for females to produce their eggs, about 100 of them developing inside her. She'll lay them in a foamy cluster like this, called an ootheca. So that male is fueling the survival of his species. Nutritionally speaking, plenty more mantises to replace this one. And these bordered mantises weren't going to live much longer anyway. They can't survive the cold autumn nights. So males might as well take a shot. Aw, this time it worked out. He delivers a packet of sperm to fertilize her eggs. But each time, it's a serious gamble. Well, that didn't go so well. But wait, look. He's been decapitated, but his body is still moving. Like it's on autopilot. Kind of a zombie mating machine. It's being controlled by nerves in the mantis's abdomen and can still get the job done. In fact,
This is what it looks like when they hatch. They look like tiny worms at first, but after a minute they start looking more like praying mantises. In fact, it's not like a couple of days. It's like immediately after they're fully out, their legs will start appearing. See, they look like worms. Watch, it's starting to move its limbs. So it can look more like a mantis. Right now it looks like a grasshopper or something, or a lizard. Grasshopper lizard!
Hello, I'm Hunter and I'm a budding entomologist and I'm 10 years old. Today we'll be talking about the praying mantis life cycle and certain habits that people may not know. Now, The praying mantis starts its life cycle when the female mantis will lay its eggs in early winter. Now, she will take 7 hours to complete the egg-laying process because she puts a hard white foam coating around it. Now, it takes 1 day for that white foam to harden into a very strong brown shell that will protect the egg from predators. If the egg is staying out over winters, it will take about 2 months to hatch. If it's freeze over winters and it's taken out in the summertime, it will hatch in about 6 weeks. Now, the egg case is usually laid on a high tree, so when the little mantises emerge, they emerge as worms. So they will climb on one of these sticks and expand their arms, sort of like a butterfly expanding its wings. Once that hardens for about 15 minutes, they will go and catch its food. Now, once the praying mantis develops the hind wings and front wings, they will leave the egg case area and go hunt on its own. Now the praying mantis is going to become a ferocious hunter. Now, they have 2 compound eyes that can see insects from 50 feet away. They also have a compound ear on their mesothorax that can detect ultrasound. Now, once the praying mantis eats a bug and knows how the bug can defend itself, it will remember that, and when it sees the same bug again, it will do its same motion as the last time.
I just learned something from that exact video. I did not know that they would remember that. I did not know that. That was interesting. I did not know that. That is very interesting.
Praying mantis are insects. Their closest bug relatives are cockroaches, grasshoppers, crickets, stick insects, and...
I can see how they're related to the grasshoppers because the first time I ever saw a grasshopper, even though my dad said praying mantis, I didn't listen to and thought that it was a grasshopper. I didn't learn it till later that it was a praying mantis.
termites. Praying mantis have 3 main body parts, similar to other insects. These body parts include
My dad knew it was a praying mantis. He put it on me and I started screaming because I was so young, and it jumped off of me into a bunch of plants.
head, thorax, and abdomen. Praying mantis have 6 legs, including their distinctive 2 thicker front legs that appear like they are praying. They use their front legs to hold onto their prey after they catch them.
Praying to heaven that it will catch this cricket.
Praying mantis are a type of insect called mantids. Did you know that there are over 2,000 different types of praying mantis?
I didn't know that.
Praying mantis are born from an egg. Praying mantis have a unique long body with a hard exoskeleton. Their exoskeleton has colours and features that look like the plants where the praying mantis lives. Sometimes their exoskeleton looks almost identical to plant leaves or flower petals. Praying mantis have a unique head. They have the ability to turn their head up to 180 degrees.
So once they had a praying mantis named Emerald, here's a video of him. Here he is. See, there's a fly. He's going to try to catch the fly. He failed to catch the fly. It died a few days after, but this is him as a baby. This is my praying mantis. Well, I mean, he's not my praying mantis anymore. I released him and he's probably dead. But this was one of my praying mantises. In fact, I had him this year. So he's going to try to catch it. But I guess it was too big for him at this age. So yeah, this was one of my praying mantises. Now I was going to... Now I want to mention what it's like to be a YouTuber. You'll feel really stressed about not uploading. You'd be an amazing YouTuber. This is my 20 subscriber special, guys. I might get more subs by the time you watch this, who knows. Not many people watch my videos, but I think the numbers are going up a bit. Numbers are going up. Numbers are going up. So yeah, this is Emerald. He was a very great mantis. I never held him because when I held mantises before, I got bit. But don't worry, he was just hungry. He wasn't trying to kill me or anything, and it scared me more than hurt me. See, he just knocked it down, but he didn't try to eat it after that. Oh, see, in the background, I'm using something to look closer. Wait, no, that's not me. I think that's Sarah. Yeah, that's my sister. Is it my sister? I can't tell. I think it's my sister, I think. Yeah, I think that's my sister. Yeah, it's definitely my sister. Yeah, I saw the pants. Yeah, it was her. Yeah, it was her. That's my mantis. Well, not anymore, but that was my mantis. We released him after a few days when he became an adult. It was really exciting seeing him. Now I knew for sure that he was a boy. And he was a great mantis. I just want to say that. He was a cool one. Makes me kind of sad thinking about him. Here's a mantis laying an egg. Now, eventually, Emerald is going to get his own video. Eventually, he's going to get his own video. Oh yeah, by the way, this YouTuber, Young Tails, I love his videos. I've never met him in real life or anything, but he's a real cool YouTuber. Let's listen to one of his mantis stories.
At Domino's, you can get more than just amazing, delicious pizza. There's
After I got Polly, then Peebo, Pumpkin, Purdy, Ping, Prince, Penelope, I may have had a Priscilla, Puny, Punchy, Penny, Poppy, and Piggy. The order in which I got them may be a little off. I mean, after getting pet number 5 or so, the order in names tends to get a little fuzzy. So since there were so many, obviously I'm not going to be talking about each one. That would take way too much time and work and mental sanity. So I will mainly be mentioning the most memorable ones, as well as the most interesting experiences. So first was Pee-wee. I should talk about her because she was the very first one to start it all, the founding mother. And in many ways, she changed my life. Praying mantises became the coolest insect in the frickin' planet, and I drew a bunch of fan art because of it. But probably the most significant one was that she helped me get over the fear of holding large insects. See, the thought of holding a large invertebrate in my head at the time was just a big no-no. But I mean, over time, curiosity tends to get the best of you. Until finally I just said, screw it! I'm a man! I can hold a praying mantis. And I just let her crawl on my hand, and it was a very weird, yet amazing experience. And from then on, I let all my praying mantises crawl on me. My hands, chest, shoulder, even my face.
Okay, when I did let my praying mantises crawl on me, I never let them get on my face. I had to make sure they're always in sight so I don't accidentally, like if they're on my neck, I don't accidentally bend my neck back to look up and crush them.
Many times I would just be sitting doing my homework or something, and the praying
Luckily that never happened.
mantis would just be perched on my face. Even the rest of my family started to hold them. So this is proof that if you have a fear of holding large insects, try a praying mantis. Also, just a quick note, obviously this philosophy does not apply to all pets. You can be a man or a woman and not have to hold your pet blue-ringed octopus. Pee-wee lived a long
Why
life.
would you have a pet blue-ringed octopus? If anyone watching has a pet blue-ringed octopus, I didn't know those are legal to have as pets. If they are legal. They're cool.
Of about a year. Mantises don't live very long. And then when she passed away, we put her in one of those M&M capsules and buried her in the backyard. And there she is to this day. Probably. I don't know.
She's probably not there anymore because ants probably got to her.
I haven't checked. Around the same time we had Pee-wee, we also had a brown-colored one named Polly. And just like Pee-wee, everyone loved Polly. We got to the point where we were just so comfortable and we would take them out of their cage so that way they could watch TV with us. But then I remember one day we got a little too comfortable One day, me and my sister were staying home alone while our parents were at work, and I don't remember what we
Why
were
do they look so cute sitting on that couch together?
doing at the moment. It doesn't really matter. But I do remember taking Polly out of her cage so that way she could watch TV and chill with us. Now here's the problem.
Wonder what they're
We were young
watching.
children with relatively short attention spans, and we just let out a small insect in a 2-story house with lots of hiding space.
Never do that. That's the lesson. Never do that. She could be anywhere. Anywhere.
But I mean, normally this wouldn't be a problem because praying mantises typically don't move around a whole lot. I mean, they like to stay camouflaged in their environment. Camouflage. I feel like that's important. So as you probably could guess by now, over time, the place that we thought she was not.
Makes sense.
Nobody move! Check your feet! So me and my sister were frantically but carefully searching for Polly in the entire house. I remember me and my sister were crying when we called her mom. Mom, we can't find her anymore.
You can't find her anywhere.
I mean, it's a praying mantis
What kind of
that's
name
like
is that?
2 to 3 inches at the most, and it could literally be anywhere in our entire house. And
True.
it's not like you can put trackers on these things. It was
They should make tiny trackers and put them on pet bugs so they never get lost.
I remember coming back to our spot and sitting down, realizing the inevitable fate that she was going to starve to death or we were going to step on her, and it would be really sad. But then there she was, perched underneath a basket thingy
Right
on
there.
the floor. Camouflage. That praying mantis and verb.
Wait, this is a good point.
I think one of the main reasons I like praying mantises so much was because out of all the pets in my life, the praying mantises showed the most affection.
True.
My camel spiders would probably just bite me. Sonic would pinch me and then sting me. My goldfish would forget I even exist after just 3 seconds.
That might be true.
And I don't even want to know what my plants think of me. They
They
probably
don't have ears or anything, so they don't even know that he exists.
don't think very highly of me. So the attention I got from my praying mantises were like warm and fuzzies compared to all that. However, I know actual scientists would state that praying mantises and vertebrates in general cannot display affection.
How dare you say that, you dumb scientist? What do you know? Yeah, what do you know? Take this gun. Wait, let me add a face. By the way, I don't do that in real life. I don't do that. I was just really mad for scientists to say that. Probably controlled by a different part of the brain.
The extent that they would see you is as a food source. But what does science know about love? Other than it's a chemical reaction that is controlled by the prefrontal cortex of the brain, something that invertebrates lack,
Yeah, well,
therefore lack capability of complex emotions. You know what? Whatever. You're just jealous that all my praying mantises love
Oh my! What is that thing? That is not a praying mantis. What is that?
me and not you. So
from Lupo?
each one of them did this thing where they would put their mouth to my finger and like kiss it. Like they weren't using their mouth to bite me or anything. So try to explain that, scientists. But I do remember one time one of my praying mantises named Purdy,
Purdy.
she got maybe a little too affectionate. Like she was nibbling at my finger at first, and then she just started biting me all of a
She's
sudden.
probably trying to do a giant kiss. Like, okay, so I'm gonna draw a heart holding a gun. Yeah, it's probably just a kiss.
It didn't hurt yet, but eventually we did have to get her off. But I mean, she tasted flesh. Maybe I could train her to attack my enemies.
No.
Polly did this thing where she would completely rest her entire body on a finger like this. But for some reason, she did that the most when she was on my dad's finger. I don't know why Polly likes my dad so much.
Okay, so praying mantises can't only be predators. They always have predators themselves. They will prey sometimes. Like,
I wish that Shaq was my
Okay.
real life big brother.
let's let this.
What's up, little bro?
Deep
Turns
Look
out some wishes do come true. And
This episode of
Show
Deep Look
us.
is brought to you
One of the
Victim
one of
he
the
really
things.
is. This
a
western
predator.
black widow lives in California. She works pretty hard to make a living.
This is a predator because the mantis could get stuck in the web, and then the black widow would go all evil and kill the praying mantis. But anyway, that's just the circle of life.
Unlike many spiders that build a new web each night, she toils continuously on the same one her whole life.
Her whole life. That's cool. You know what? This spider needs its own video. The odd ones out in Harry the Moth. He
First
mentions
apartment.
mantises.
For some reason, everybody thinks butterflies are better than moths.
That's not
We
true.
make
Moths
children's
are
books
better.
about butterflies. We use them as metaphors of change. You might be an
Come on, moths are that too. I agree with
ugly
Darwin's
caterpillar now, but soon you'll grow into a beautiful butterfly. We go into fields and frolic around trying to catch them,
beautiful
and
moth.
some people even have a collection of them. Granted, the people who do collect them do so by impaling the butterflies.
Murderers.
But whatever, it's still a compliment. How many other insects can say that
Here
they
it
get
is.
this much affection? Maybe praying mantises. Where I come from, every time you see a praying mantis, you have to point it out like, whoa, guys, look, a praying mantis! And then you just look at it.
One example of a predator. Another example of a
And then
predator
I
is a
was
gecko.
like, I'm just a lizard, man. What else do you think I do? Sell car insurance? Gary?
They don't actually eat that fast. It's super slow. This is a time lapse. Not sure if you picked up on that. Okay, right there. That's true. Let me show you which video I'm talking about. This one, that is true. It is the best pet insect. You're not the best pet. Okay, they're one of the best pets, but dogs are good too. Stuff like that. Ants versus praying mantis. 70 brutal moments of ant eating your hunting. They're hunting. They can't hunt a hyena, can they? That's violent and sad. This is what I'm talking about. We turn them into city-destroying monsters. That is evil. But let's get a look of it. Okay,
Jewelry is the gift to
I'm not going to
give.
show you the whole scene.
So give the gift you know can't
Get a
fail.
look of it.
Slappy's taking out the cell phone towers. That's what I do.
In real life, the mantis would just be there to, like, kiss them or something. Just to be completely nice. Like that. Okay, here's the mantis that we want to see. He's the
I don't remember writing about a giant praying mantis.
Right, now I remember.
Get us out of here!
He did write about praying mantis. He did that. Yeah. He did. So anyway, those are some videos. I hope you enjoy anything. Remember to hit that subscribe button. By the way, if you want to read the book that R.L. Stein wrote about the giant praying mantis, purchase or buy from the library at Stalker on Stalk Street. He said a praying mantis. It's a whole colony of them, but colony of praying mantis don't exist.